Hey everyone, this is Captain Frugal with my weekly comic books review for none other than June 14th, 2023. Alright, welcome everybody to my comic book review. I try to do these just a little bit relaxing, nonchalantly, if you will. What I'm going to do is I usually give you my top and bottom three and all the books in between with a quick review for each one, as well as some insight on the League of Comics Geeks and how other people felt about it. But this week, I didn't read as many, so I'm only going to just give them in the order because there's not enough really to do a top and bottom three, but I'm still going to give you all the other information. These are my views, not yours. You're free to have your own views. Matter of fact, share them down below. Did you like the issue more than I did? Did you dislike it more than I did? What did I miss? What should I have read? All that fun stuff, because here's the thing, we're trying to build a community here, so try to keep it nice, but you're allowed to disagree. That's cool and all, but be prepared to back up your stuff. It seems like sometimes I get some really humdingers of an opinion, and then I ask you to back it up, that person, whoever it is, and then it's crickets. It's really funny. Like a recent one I had was about Stephanie Brown and Tim Drake and the relationship being fantastic and they should be put back together, and somebody said no, because Tim Drake and Bernard are 10 times better. And I said, hey, okay, please explain to me how that relationship is 10 times better. And it was crickets. I never heard a thing again. Go figure. But you're allowed to have different views. All right, so here we go. We're going to start my first issue. If you hear my notes, you might hear some clicks, things too. It was Green Lantern issue number 2. Yeah, I gave this a 7.7. The League of Comics Geeks, can't speak today, said 189 out of 197. Liked it with a 4.2 average rating as well, so it's getting really good start here. Nice Guys finish first, / The Rise of the Revenant Queen Part 2. Hal Jordan's Homecoming is off to a rocky start. Carol Ferris is this close to firing him from his job that he's only just begged his way into. His power ring isn't exactly working right either. And that's an interesting twist too. And we have Sinestro off in the shadows, which we still haven't seen any more of in this issue since issue 1. It's going to be interesting. Plus the hard-hitting John Stewart War Journal backup series, which is pretty cool too, because I love seeing both of these Green Lanterns. Hal Jordan's my favorite, but John Stewart's probably my second favorite. Writers Philip Kennedy Johnson and Jeremy Adams. The artist, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this dude's name because I will tear it up. There's Montos and the other one begins with an X. I am sorry. It's not off of meanness, it's just I will butcher it. Anyway, I think it's really nice seeing Hal's playful and creative side, and we really get a good bit of that in this issue. His cheap shots in a way at Batman, or his twist of thinking like Batman, was a really nice way to have that in the book as well. There was some great Green Lantern banter as well in this book, which was really good. A nice lesson to Hal about taking opportunities. I really like that positive viewpoint there that Kilowog provided. And I think this series is off to a good start. So if you have not been reading Green Lantern, I think you're missing out. I think this is one that you should definitely be giving a shot. All right, my next book is this is a series that's been taking it pretty hard, and that's Amazing Spider-Man issue number 27. The League of Comics Geeks said 71 out of 135 liked it. Think about that, people. That is abysmal failure with a 2.8 average rating. I gave it a 7.05. I was a little better and nicer to this book than I probably should have been. Grief looms over Peter after last issue's shocking death. Was it that shocking? Not really. Didn't seem like people cared too much, to be honest with you. Spider-Man's villains are more than happy to keep him distracted as well, and your eyes don't deceive you. Dr. Octopus is back. It's written by Zeb Wells, penciler Ed McGuinness. And this, to be honest with you, this book had good art, and this story, in my opinion, was much better than the stories we've been getting in this series. Really, this is probably the best issue we've had in this series yet, which I'm not saying that's a whole lot. This series has been absolutely garbage tier, but maybe that's why I gave it a 7.05. I felt like, hey, it finally stepped it up a little bit. Will this be a better story? I don't know, but can it really be any worse than what we've already been getting? I don't think so, and from the looks of it, a League of Comics Geeks doesn't look like they feel like it as well as the number of reviews has been going down. So I have to think with that the reader base is starting to get away. They're leaving. They've been dealing with the garbage tier too long, and they're starting to leave. The next one I read was Captain America Cold War Omega #1, which is completely unnecessary. Why did they not just keep this in the current continuity of the series? But no, they had to do a one-shot for this to try to drum up sales. 52 out of 59 liked it with a 3.8 average rating. I gave the book a 7.15. White Wolf has unleashed an army of Dimension Z monsters upon our world as a declaration of global war. And Team Cap's only hope to stop it is to take him down for good. Meanwhile, Bucky Barnes deploys his final chess piece. Now, I'm not going to tell you much more than that, but here's the thing. I will say I'm not a really fan of this art style in this book at all. Just didn't do it for me. It does have a decent ending to this storyline, though I will admit from day one, and I've been saying it, I'm not a fan of the whole Dimension Z kind of storyline thing, and this is really highly evolved in that. The writer was Jackson Lansing and Colin Kelly, and Toki, I'm not going to say the last name, I'm just going to butcher it. Carlos Magno was the artist. Here's the thing, if you've not been reading this series with Captain America, there's no point in getting this. Now, if you've been reading them, you sort of gotta get this to get the conclusion of what ended. One of the reasons I don't like that. Why don't they conclude it in the regular series? But no, they've got to try to get you to buy more things. Once again, 52 out of 59 liked it. Not a whole lot of people there. And a 3.8 average rating. So there's nothing really super fantastic going on here. Now, before I get to the next one, I just want to take a quick moment to say thank you to these people. Without these people, this channel wouldn't be possible. They help support the channel through Patreon or Subscribestar. Matter of fact, you can even help with a one-time donation. The link's down below for that as well, to help this channel continue to go and grow, where we provide humor to try to brighten everybody's day, some music to try to brighten everybody's day, and if for those music fans, to get you practicing and having fun and showing that you don't have to be perfect, comic book stuff, tech stuff, all kinds of stuff, to hopefully that we enjoy together. All right, the next one. Now this one did surprise me because I was pretty disappointed up to this point with this series. That's Cosmic Ghost Rider #4. 23 out of 27 liked it with a 3.8 average rating. I get it. I gave it a 7.4. Cosmic Ghost Rider versus Cosmic Ghost Rider. We have a following here of Frank versus Frank. The thing is, they were all split up. Different personas of Frank is what happens here. And I have to say, this had a good issue of art here. Good art. This is a fun issue. It really was. A good action in it. It's the best issue, in my opinion, of this series so far. And here's the thing. This really is a better Frank Castle Punisher than we got in the Punisher series that just ended. You know, the one that completely destroyed Frank's past, destroyed his motivation, and destroyed his future as well. A complete cluster mess that should have never done, written truly with a hatred of Frank Castle Punisher and trying to take him down. I mean, really, what else was the point of doing that? That was just terrible. Well, anyway, this Cosmic Ghost Rider was written by Stephanie Phillips, artist, I'm not even going to do that name. I'm sorry, people, but I would tear it up. If you haven't been reading Cosmic Ghost Rider, I can't yet say to jump into it. This issue was great. Next issue's the conclusion. We'll see how that goes. Maybe it's one of those that you should be picking up in trade. As I said, I didn't care for the first few issues that much. But this one, yeah, this was probably the best of the bunch. I only read one more issue because my reading pile was a little bit on the thin side this week. Last week was pretty thick, so it seems like that's been common lately. I get one really big one and then one smaller one. And my last issue today is Moon Knight #24. Now, I gave this book a 7.07. 81 out of 84 liked it with a 4.4 rating, giving a little higher rating than I did. Sweet dreams, Moon Knight. A plague of dreams sweeps through the tenement building. The boundaries between the world of sleep and that of the waking grow porous as Moon Knight must deal with his old enemy, Morpheus. Now, what does he hold? Here's the thing. I actually found myself not caring for this issue very much at the start, but with each page, in each turn, I found myself liking it more and more. It was interesting. By the end, I really liked the issue. So, go figure. It really surprised me how it worked there. Jed McKay, I think, did a good job writing it. Artist once again, I'm going to kill that name. Not even trying. It's not that I can't read them, I just can't pronounce these people. I know, it sounds terrible, doesn't it? But here's the thing, I continue to like Moon Knight, even though this might not be my favorite issue of the series. It was still good, and I enjoyed it. I will say the cover misled me a little bit. I'm seeing that and I'm thinking, hey, it's Green Goblin, but we didn't see Green Goblin, which wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense anyway right now with what's going on with Green Goblin. But nonetheless, every page I turned, I found myself liking this more and more. So you might like it too. So feel free to go ahead and check it out. All right, everybody, that's it for this week's review. Short, sweet, to the point. What should I have read? What would you suggest? Just so you know, I am reading a lot of other books besides this. The books I read besides this are usually back issues, so that's why I don't put them in the weekly review. Currently trying to reread all the issues of Captain America series. Yeah, that's a lot of issues. I just thought, it'd be nice to go back and start reading the whole series again. I do that with a lot of them, but that's why I don't have anything else other on this list. All right, everybody, take care. Bless somebody else if you can. And until next time, and I think you know what's coming up here. Keep it frugal. Take care.